Hey guys. I just want to walk around and talk about some plants, but they're not going to be my nice looking plants. I wanted to show you, I don't know why, I've just been itching to show you all of my plants that are kind of struggling right now. I know that having plants that struggle can really make us feel crappy and like we're the worst plant keeper in the world, but you know what? Sometimes sad looking plants are just the name of the game. It happens from time to time, so don't feel guilty about it. We all have them. So yeah, we're gonna walk around and look at some sad plants. Please thumbs up or thumbs down this video, letting me know if you like this type of content. Leave a comment with some of your sad plants and what you think might be going on. I greatly appreciate the support. So with all of that being said, let's get into the plants, the sad, sad plants. Okay, so we didn't have to go far for plant number one. Here we have Pilia peperomioides, something like that. Mine is okay. The top actually looks pretty good. New leaves are coming in healthy, but as you can see, the rest of it is a little bit gnarly and kind of weird, sad looking. It does have a lot of yellow leaves here. I do think the yellowing leaves is because I recently moved it into the basement. It's just kind of throwing a fit, you know? It was also a little bit thirsty. I did just water it and all of that. I don't know, it's throwing out babies and new healthy looking foliage up top, so I'm not too worried, but I would definitely classify this as a sad looking plant. Like, what is going on there? That is so weird. You're a weird, weird plant. And you may remember a while ago, this did fall off my cabinet and broke. So that is why the stem is like that. It did heal itself. The weird stem can support itself, but it just looks a little bit odd and a little bit sad. Next up is another basement plant, Anthurium crystalline. I did also recently move this one down into the basement, and when you move plants around in your home, you know, plants can get sad. Plants that were happy at one point can definitely go through some things. Let's go through a little bit of a life crisis. And that is what this crystallinum is doing. So I do think the reason this is happening is because there is a vent down here in the basement. Of course, it stays cooler in the basement than upstairs. So it just kind of threw it into shock. I don't know. I think the draft from the air vent, the air conditioning vent, did this plant dirty. So it has these weird spots. Which one's the newest leaf? I can't even tell you which one the newest leaf is. I know this is the oldest leaf, but the plant was perfect when it was upstairs. It would just kind of throw out leaves and then drop the other ones. But the leaves themselves looked awesome. And I believe this is the newest leaf since being down here, which I think this happens from a change of humidity, like a little bit lower humidity or nutrient deficiency. So I kind of think that's what's going on with this, but I have a feeling now that it's been down here for a little while and it's kind of done this weird thing to itself, it's going to acclimate once the new leaf comes out. So for now it's looking sad. I do have high hopes. I am gonna move this one away from the wall so you will be able to see it better, but this is my Scindapsus jade plant, which you saw me put into this in a care vlog a little while ago. This plant is going through some things. So this is one that lived in my grow tent. Normally I don't have issues moving my plants out of the grow tent, but this one is just kind of struggling. I mean, clearly it's also thirsty. I did just water it, but I will say it did start putting out a bunch of yellow leaves once it was moved up here. And yeah, it's just kind of yellowing. So it is also by an air vent, and the air conditioner can really, your plants really can pay the price when it comes to air conditioning vents. So that's just something to watch out for. But this is definitely like my most sad looking plant, I think. I can't think of one that's worse than this, to be honest with you. So truthfully, I'm not worried about it. I think it'll bounce back just fine. It's a very tough plant. But yeah, it's just kind of going through some things right now. But aren't we all? Aren't we all? I relate. So you guys saw this plant in a recent video, my hardest houseplants video, and yeah, it's my variegated watermelon peperomia. This is actually the ugliest plant. Not that last Scindapsus. This one is for sure the ugliest. It's a combination of humidity deficient, water deficient, probably nutrient deficient. I have been trying, generally I care for all of my plants like the same. So when one kind of throws a tantrum like this, I have a super hard time remembering to care for it when the care is a little bit different than the rest of my plants. So, you know, maybe this is one I need to move down into my grow tent or terrarium. It might be happier there, but Yeah, I should just do that, huh? You deserve a shot at a good life, and I think that that is going to be the best shot. But I mean, you can see this thing is ugly. Ugly. And I mean that in the nicest way. I feel really bad. It's 100%, like, clearly it's my fault. I just cannot figure this puppy out. So it's ugly. Like, look at how it looks sitting on the shelf next to all of my other beautiful plants. Huh? Why? It just, wow. Wow, that really paints a picture, huh? Honestly, I'm like really embarrassed. I'm honestly really embarrassed to show this next one, and it's going to be shocking. Golden pothos. So these are golden pothos propagations, which I've talked about so many times how easy golden pothos are to propagate, but half of this plant died. Actually, you know what? It doesn't look that bad right now because a few days ago I did pull out a lot of the dead leaves, but it does still just have some death. It does still have some signs of death here. Like you can see a big part of this plant just was not very, you know what, I'm just gonna pull this all out right now. Okay, that looks a lot better, but still not great, right? I'm actually feeling a lot better about this now, so. It looks okay, but definitely not as beautiful as the rest of the plants in this bathroom. Ooh, yeah, we're still gonna include it in this video, golden pothos. And I have no idea, I have no, like zero idea why that even happened in the first place, because golden pothos are generally so easy. It just really wanted to humble me. You know, I was getting a little bit too confident. It was just trying to help me out, keep me real. Keep me grounded. So as I'm going around to look at all my plants, it's kind of seeming like everything is either or, like there's not really in-betweeners. They're either super ugly or super beautiful. Actually, that golden pothos I just showed was kind of an in-betweener, but okay, I'm putting this one off again because this is a plant I am so mad at myself for. It hangs right next to my bed. I see it all the time and I constantly am telling myself, remember to water that, and then I just get going about my day and forget to water it. So this is what's happened. My beautiful, beautiful Hoya compacta got too thirsty, and this is what's happened. It yellowed so much, so many leaves have fallen off. It's just not looking good. I need to pull off all these yellow, you know what? Are we gonna just do this right here, right now? Maybe I'll pull off some of them. I'm gonna have to do this off camera so I don't make too much of a mess, but I am just gonna have to pull off all of those yellow leaves, which is gonna leave a lot of bare vine, which is really sad because up until I wanna say like a month ago, this thing was so beautiful and just perfectly green. My brain, I don't know what it is, my brain just doesn't function lately. And it bloomed. I mean, I showed it blooming and it looked really beautiful in that video. I don't remember which one it was, but that was not that long ago. So how did I let it get this bad? How did I forget to water it for so long? Don't worry, it has by now been watered, but it just, by the time my brain like actually remembered to water the dang thing, it was just at this point, which is really sad to me because I do think this was one of my most beautiful plants and I felt really proud of it. So I'm kicking myself. I'm kicking myself. Okay, we are now in my bathroom, which everything's looking really good. Okay, I have two plants in here that are looking really bad. First of which is my Labia. I believe it's Labia species Real, which this one is another one that I'm really sad about. So I did have this in my IKEA cabinet for a long time. And at the start of summer, rookie move, I moved it next to my north window. I just think it's been way too much light. So all the leaves dried up and fell off and it's become bleached. It's just getting way too much sun. I was kind of hoping that if I left it there, it would acclimate itself and the new leaves would come in like fine where it's been acclimated. But that is not the case. This is the newest leaf. It did recently put this out and it is also bleached. So I just don't think that it's going to be able to live in this spot anymore. It is just right next to a north window, so I thought it would be fine. But you know, that summer light is a lot. I shouldn't have done this. I knew better, but I just really wanted it to live in my bathroom since the humidity is a little bit higher in here than the rest of my house. Maybe not than the IKEA cabinet. I don't know what I was thinking. We're gonna end this video off on a good note and sit next to one of my most beautiful plants, my philodendron Brazil. never lets me down. Yeah, that is it for this video. I know that was probably really short. Thank God, because I don't have too many ugly plants right now. A few, but not too many. Right? I would say. I know social media makes it seem like everybody's life is perfect, whether it's the person themselves, their skin, anything. And it can look so perfect on social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the social media is, it comes off that way a lot of the time. And honestly, I just think we need to be more honest, like, and real about our current life states, everything, really. We just need to be more real overall. And I think it's important to show that not all plants are perfect. Like, even plants that I consider like looking good or like healthy do also have some struggles. Let me see if I can find one real quick. You know what, I'm not going to move it, but a perfect example is my Tahitian bridal veil vine. So really looking at this plant, the photos I posted of it, it looks perfect and well kept, which it is, but it does also have like imperfect parts about the plant. So if you get a like bird's eye view, above view of the plant, it does have some dying leaves. A lot of the leaves toward the base of the plant have fallen off, and that's just something that kind of happens with this variety. It happened with my really huge long one that I had before. It's happened with this one, and I don't know, it just goes to show that, like, I don't know, okay, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I just want to say that plants aren't perfect. I'm definitely going off on a tangent and making this into more than this video needs to be, but I just feel really strongly about it. We should be more open and truthful and real about what we're putting out into the world. So it's okay to show the beautiful parts, of course, the highlights, but I also think we need to show the like downfalls or the not so beautiful, amazing parts of everything. Okay, so those are my ugly plants. I'm so sorry for rambling on forever, but that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!